Good evening. I'm Mike Max from WCCO TV. Happy to be your MC tonight. As we mentioned earlier, remember those sponsors that are up there that have done a great job. Let's give it up for all those sponsors that helped make tonight possible. I would like to introduce you to the board chair of the St. Paul Festival and Heritage Foundation, the proud producers of the St. Paul Winter Carnival. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome for the chair, Christine Army. Come on up.
Thanks.
Christine, take the mic.
Thank you.
Take the mic off.
Hail you.
Take the mic off and get super close.
Okay, he's telling me to get close to the microphone. He's telling a prime of the St. Paul Winter Carnival to get close to the microphone. I love that. Welcome. How do you like this venue? Yeah. So I will tell you something. I learned a lot in the last 5 minutes about this building. You know this, number one, I knew this, but just for the record, this is worldwide headquarters for the St. Paul Festival and Heritage Foundation. And for those of you who don't know what that is, they are the proud producers of the St. Paul Winter Carnival, the coolest celebration on earth. How about a round of applause for that? I also just learned that the prohibition was signed here on some floor in this building. Talk to John Scott if you want more information about this. He's right over there. Yes. Thank you for being here tonight. The St. Paul Festival and Heritage Foundation, as I mentioned, can you guys hear me? Because there's a lot of talking. Oh, good. Love you, Titan. We are a nonprofit organization. We are a membership-driven organization. If you are not a member, hi Lynn, of the St. Paul Festival and Heritage Foundation, please join up tonight. In addition to that, we have 2 major fundraisers. Tonight's one of them, so thank you for coming. Thank you. I appreciate that our royal family's here. We've got Vulcans in the room. We have Kates in the room. We have juniors in the room. Do we have juniors? I bet we have representatives of the juniors. We have seniors in the room. And all of these representatives are our forward-facing organization throughout the year. It's a great experience, but it is also part of our marketing arm of the St. Paul Festival and Heritage Foundation so that we can produce the St. Paul Winter Carnival. Not just the 10 days, but throughout the year of all the things that we do for the community. I would like to share with you our mission. This is a long one, that's why I brought up my notes, because we're actually talking about, this is an awesome mission. We might want to condense it so everyone in this room remembers our mission. So you might see a new one coming out soon, but today is to foster a sense of community, pride, belonging, and connectedness, celebrating St. Paul's history, a lot of history going on here, and the emerging heritage through fun and educational experiences. 140 years ago, this organization started, and we will be celebrating that in January. And there are very few things. Delta Airlines is at 100, so we got them beat. But there are very few things that have lasted 140 years. And thanks to all of you and all the supporters and all the hardworking volunteers and all of the royal families and the Vulcans and the Kates and everyone, we have made it 140 years. Our goal is to make it 140 more. We will likely will having this meeting on Mars in 140 years from now. I'm just saying, like, there's been so much transformation over the last 140 years. So we appreciate you being here because this helps us keep going. A couple of things, we've got a lot of extra special stuff happening for the 140th. And Lisa's been working really hard to make sure that we have new events. We are really trying to embrace our history and the nostalgia of what happened 140 years ago. there was a lot of sporting events. There was a lot of outdoor, I would call it sporting events, skiing, snowmobiling. There used to be a snowmobile race from Canada to here. We are talking to Polaris, and I am telling you right now, we can't pull that together, but we are really trying to get back to our roots. So look for all the fun new things. And then I would also like to put on your radar, we are one of the largest, wait for this, jigsaw puzzle competitions in the world. Yes, we are. I am not kidding. Like, I gave up the Grand Day Parade last year to go to the jigsaw puzzle contest, and there are so many people that fly in from all over the country to come to the St. Paul Winter Carnival puzzle competition. And so there are things that I just want you to be aware of tonight, and I'm hitting these highlights that you probably don't know, these little nuggets, just to make you proud of the things that get produced by this organization and the people. In the spirit of continuing on, one of the things, we have 2 fundraisers. You're here at one, and in the spring we have a golf tournament. It's really awesome. It's at Southview Country Club. We set record, I think the east wind flew in for our golf tournament. Yes, it was definitely an east wind for our golf tournament in May, but we look forward to seeing you then. And we want to continue to add more programming, free programming, so that we can bring the community together and celebrate. And so a couple things we're asking as a call to action. Number 1, if you haven't signed up as a member, please become a member. We appreciate you. Volunteering. We have 3 staff, 3 people on staff. I'd like to actually call them out right now. Lisa, Ken, and Maria. Thank you. 3 people on staff to make this all happen. And winter is coming. You wouldn't have known that yesterday, but winter is coming. And so with the staff and all the volunteers, we also have a board. I'd like to ask the board to stand and thank them for their contributions. Board, can you please stand? Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you and for all that you're doing to help keeping this organization rowing for the next 140 years. All of our sponsors, anyone who's sponsored tonight, sponsored a table, sponsored this event, could you please stand? We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for keeping this going. Mick Sterling, we appreciate the partnership. I had Mick at my house. There was a fundraiser that Ken Herbeck sponsored. And at the end of the night, we all bought Mick to come to my house to continue that on. And it was for Lou Gehrig's disease, right? Lou Gehrig's, it was Lou Gehrig's, yes. But wonderful, and through those connections, we land here tonight as well. Merchandise is available over there. We have a lot of 140th celebration merchandise. Not the least of which is the commemorative coin. We were this close to having an ice palace this year. And so the coin sales will go toward the fund that will hopefully get us an ice palace either next year or the year after. So please look at that commemorative coin. The original ice palace is on the back of that. And we also want you to visit our gambling sites. We have a charitable gambling organization. If you bought a ticket tonight, or the raffle, that came through our gambling organization. All of these things help to fund this organization. There are, how much time do we have left? Oh, I have 1 more minute. Okay, at 7:15, they're gonna shut off the silent auction. The silent auction supports the St. Paul Winter Carnival. We are gonna have a fund and aid for the 30 Days organization, which is Mick's organization that he supports and stands behind, which is why I love this partnership. The one thing I'll point out is there is an autographed photo of the 1980 Miracle on Ice team. They are about to receive the Congressional Gold Medal of Honor. It has passed the House, it has passed the Senate, it is sitting on Trump's desk right now. So if you want to have part of that, you should sign up for that, because that's going to be worth something someday. I do want to say thank you to the Holiday Cheer Committee for pulling this together. What a lovely event. And specifically Lisa Jacobson. There's 2 fundraisers she hosts a year. This is one of them. Great job. We appreciate you. Hail the royal family. And thank you for coming here to support us. We're going to be here 140 years from now. Might not be on this planet, but I'm telling you, we are going to be here. All right. Thank you all. I'm turning this back to you, I believe.
Wow. Great job, Christine. I came right over here from the Vikings locker room after their game, and this is a lot more fun tonight. But believe me, it's a lot more fun than the post game over there. 140 years, man. The same year they put together Billy Gibbons' sport coat over there. Remember, 7:15, we're going to close that auction. Get in on the bids. You heard what Christine said, 1980 and beyond. Great merchandise over there. I would like to introduce you to the newly inducted Count and Countess of Holiday Cheer, our favorites, the one and onlys, Mick Sterling, Kate Fierro. Come on up.
Give it up for Mike Max, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. I'm gonna move over here. I need your attention. I have 10 minutes with all of you people. Everybody stop talking. Thank you. I meant that in the nicest way. My name is Mick Sterling. I am the founder of an organization that has been around for 15 years called the 30 Days Foundation. What do? We assist Minnesota families and Western Wisconsin families that are in a real financial crisis with a one-time grant. But friends, when we make that grant, it doesn't go to the person, it goes to the service provider that requires the payment. We're talking about very unsexy things. Back rent, too much talking. Please stop talking. Please, I appreciate it. Things like back rent, security deposits, medical bills, birth certificate renewals, little things. When people get in big trouble, and we're right by Dorothy Day Center, you see it every day if you live here. You know why they got to that point? Because something happened right at the beginning. The first thing happened. It could have been a different thing, but it's the first thing that led to the second and third and 10th thing. And friends, when you are 10 things in the hole, you're done. I don't care how savvy and smart and charming you are, it's too hard to come back from. The 30 Days Foundation, when we have the funds, we can move quickly. And we've done it over 125,000 times since 2011. Thank you. Things like this are very important to us. We cannot help people unless people help us. And my beautiful wife, Kate, the Countess of Christmas Cheer, that we were dubbed last year, and I don't know how long that reign is supposed to go, but we're hanging on to it forever. Okay, we are the Count and Countess of Christmas Cheer. We've come up with a way for all of you tonight at each table to help us, help our efforts through a QR code, through whatever, and Kate will explain it to you. Ladies and gentlemen, my beautiful and talented wife, Kate Fierro.
Thank you so much. I'm standing in a sea of Klondike Kate feathers. I really love that. I'm a big fan. I gotta tell you, I'm a big fan. I think it is good luck. Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for hearing this message. We are very honored to partner with the Winter Carnival. being Minneapolis people, yeah. I'm sorry, the Winter Carnival. The king is here, in this room. The queen is here in this room. How am I doing? I'm pretty good for a Minneapolis girl, right? I'm learning. On your tables, I created that card. That card is really important. I hope you can hear me throughout the room, all the way to the back. Because you can also participate if you're not sitting at a table. It's really interesting because it's not a high dollar amount. Those are actual requests. Let this sink in. Since November 1st of this year. I live with him, and he gets up every morning very early, much earlier than me, and he answers emails. And if we don't have the funds, which is kind of been the theme throughout the last couple of years as it's been tougher for all of us, we have to tell people no sometimes. Or as soon as the funds come in, we will honor your request. So on those sheets, those are real requests of people. And I was one of those people before the 30 Days Foundation was created. So my story is that I had 3 little girls that were 1, 2, and 3. I was going through a divorce. I was really struggling. I lost my house and most of the things that I owned. And if something like the 30 Days Foundation had existed, I would have reached out to them. And I didn't know that there was actually people out there that wanted to help. I didn't even know I needed the help. Sometimes our own pride, sometimes our own story gets in our way, and we just think that we're okay and we're gonna keep going and keep doing it. And I didn't know then. Cross Food Shelf in Rogers helped me. Sometimes we would drive there and my girls would say, "Are we getting or giving, Mom?" And they were so little. And now the philanthropic husband that I am with now, I mean, I just feel like it was a God thing that we were brought together to do this together. It absolutely is God who has brought us together and who has brought us to help people with this mission of helping people. It's not super pretty. It's not like puppies and kitties and children and cancer, but it is, because those families are also dealing with that stuff and then they fall behind. So the truth is, if you could cover one of those bills on there with that QR code, with a check, or there's some credit card slips on your table if you're uncomfortable with the QR code, you can fill that out. We have spotters around the room and they're gonna be just mingling for 30 minutes or so, and you can, flag them down. But if we could cover those bills, can you imagine what that would feel like for those people? Those are actual people since November 1st. If we could cover those bills for those people, what would this Thanksgiving look like for them? Or what would Christmas look like for them? It might be their second or third thing that they're now falling behind on. I know what that's like. But if you could do that, if you can cover the whole table, you can do that too. If there's extra from your table, we are going to make sure, and I promise you this, that we are going to make sure that it is distributed before Christmas, because it's so important that these people feel seen and heard. And it is not by a computer, it is not AI, that is not how we respond. He responds. It is a human response that talks to them. And I think that is so important, don't you? So I am honored to stand here with you. It is because of you there's 125,000 recipients in the last 15 years. And I am honored to stand next to you and continue this mission. We are so grateful for your constant support. If this is new to you, welcome to the 30 Days Foundation and to the Winter Carnival. So go take a look at that live auction. Please have a wonderful evening. Enjoy every minute of it. And we are so glad that you came. God bless you and thank you.
It's Kate Fierro, ladies and gentlemen. We do have our spotters here. They will be holding up envelopes if you wish to make a donation, John Scott in the beautiful hat over there. If you want to make a donation on a credit card instead of a QR code, look for John. Our spotters will do that. Raise your hand. John will find you if you want to make a donation to the 30 Days Foundation through your credit card. But on the, as Kate said, at every table, every person has a QR code. You can make a donation of that one of those bills or as much as you would like. We would love it if you can help us out tonight. We are so grateful. Thank you to Lisa Jacobson and the St. Paul Winter Carnival, Christine, for partnering with us. We're so blessed. I want to say thank you to Donnelly Construction. I want to thank Blaze Media, Renewal by Anderson, all of the great supporters that help my shows all year long. We are very honored to perform for you tonight, and we're going to do that in just a minute or so. But ladies and gentlemen, right now, if I could have everybody stand, please, for the performance of the national anthem.